Matt Kenseth is racing in the SRX Series. Tony Stewart and Hailie Deegan are also back in the SRX Series. And is NASCAR going to a new style of pay system for the teams? All that and more coming up next. What's going on, everybody? If I haven't earned your subscription, hopefully today is the day I will earn that subscription. All right, before we get going, there's one thing I want to clean up from the last episode. I said that Todd Bodine's start would be his 800th at Las Vegas. That is actually not true. I misread the article, as a few of you pointed out. But he will get his 800th start this season because he has enough races with Halmar Friesen Racing that it will come. But that 800th start will not happen at Las Vegas, so I misspoke there. So just wanted to clean that up. All right, Adam Stern has been busy. He basically has released a few tweets of great interest. Of course, one of those being that there might be a Chicago road course race. That's been a rumor for a long time. NASCAR has made no secret about it. But he also, in that same tweet, said that the deal could fall through at any moment. So we might get a race in Chicago on the streets. We might not. We just don't know. But that is one thing he tweeted out. Another thing he tweeted out of interest was that Michael Jordan's main guy or main representative said that NASCAR might be switching to a different pay structure. Let's look at what he had to say there. Michael Jordan's advisor, Curtis Polk, says that he and Jordan believe that NASCAR teams would benefit from an NBA-like model that is less reliant on sponsors and more on media dollars. So that's what we've been working on a lot with Denny Hamlin. Okay, so that's a pretty interesting tweet there, because does that mean that 2311 is trying to work with NASCAR on some type of collective bargaining where they get a percent, where all of the teams get a bigger percentage of the money? Or is he saying that the teams need to go out there and individually work with networks like, for example, in football, the Longhorn Network? Texas University has its own channel for its athletics. Is he talking about teams need to go out there and work with different types of media to get their own channels or something of that nature, you know, to sort of get money for their own channel? Not really sure or clear where they're going with that, but it was very interesting that the new financial model, at least for one team, seems to be like, we're going to go get a bunch of media money, which sort of opens the door for, you can put, if you get media money coming into a team, it opens the door for you can put whoever you want to in that race car, because then your driver doesn't have to bring money in. You've got money coming into the team already, and I think that would be a much healthier model, and it would reward these local guys who have been doing all kinds of great stuff at the local level, trying to work their way up, who seem to keep getting passed over for people who basically just have more money than them. And of course, the other big news is that Matt Kenseth will run the SRX Series, and Tony Stewart is back for another full season, and Hailie Deegan will run select races. Let's look at this tweet. It says that Tony Stewart will compete in all 6 SRX races this year, while Matt Kenseth will do 3 Nashville, I-55, and Sharon, and Hailie Deegan will do 2 Stafford and I-55. So that I-55 race is looking like the race to go to in SRX, because you've got your normal SRX drivers that will be there for the entire season, but you will also have Matt Kenseth and Hailie Deegan to check out at that race. And also, if you're a Roush fan, this is a great era to be a Roush fan, because basically the golden era of Roush Racing sans Mark Martin. You've got, Kurt Busch is still racing. Greg Biffle has come back and he's racing now, and now you got Matt Kenseth also racing. So all of your old golden era Roush drivers, except Mark Martin, are still racing. So that's pretty cool if you are a Roush fan. All right, let's get to the next story. This one coming from Bob Pockris, who said the front row number 38 team gets its over-the-wall crew from Penske, while the number 34 team is an RFK team. So that, to me, is very interesting for a few reasons. It seems, I've said in the past, it seems like Roush, RFK Fenway now, or RFK, what is it? Just RFK Racing, I guess. RFK and Penske seem to have this alliance, right, with each other, and Stewart Haas seems to be out of it. What's interesting about this is now there's more fuel to that fire, because we know the front row racing team is getting their pit crew from both of those teams, which means they are also in that alliance. So I think they have an alliance. It's not really talked about, and that is why those Fords run differently than, let's say, the Stewart Haas Racing Fords. Both have had, actually, they've showed speed this season, right? But it seems like at certain races, the Penske Alliance, I'll just call it the Penske Alliance because that's basically what it is, but the Penske Roush Alliance seems to be running better, and, you know, throw the Wood Brothers in there too, but they seem to be running a lot better at some races than the Stewart Haas Alliance. And so I'm wondering, is Stewart Haas in on that information, or are they on the outside? And I personally think, and this is just my opinion, it is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comments. But I think Stewart Haas is on the outside of that alliance, and I think that is one of the driving factors as to why, in my opinion, they're at least considering a manufacturer switch, whether it be Dodge or whoever, because that organization obviously is not afraid to switch manufacturers at the drop of the hat, which could also be why they are on the outside of this particular alliance. But let me know down in the comments, do you think that there is an alliance and Stewart Haas is at Ford and Stewart Haas is not in it? Because that's what it seems like to me, just from all the stuff I've been reading. But then again, I read so much stuff, I might be, you know, in conspiracy theory land. I have no idea. Alright guys, that is all I've got for you today. If you like the content, feel free to subscribe down below. If you got a comment, leave it down in the comment section. I try to get to as many as I can. And other than that, thanks for your time. Peace.